You know that one friend, right? The one whose house is always, like, perfect. Not a thing out of place, no dust bunnies in sight. And you might just think, wow, they're so disciplined. But what if I told you that a spotless home often tells a way deeper story about what's really going on inside someone's head? Well, today, we're pulling back the curtain on the fascinating psychology of a clean house.
Seriously, why are some people always clean? We all know someone like this. Or hey, maybe that person is you. Their space just seems to be in a constant state of perfect order. But here's the thing, it's not just about having more willpower.
Exactly. For a whole lot of people, having a super clean home isn't just a nice preference. It's actually a really powerful way they manage their inner world. It's almost like a physical map of their mental state. And that is why we're going to dive into what I'm calling the tidy mind mystery. All right, so first up in our little investigation here, what does a spotless home really mean? Because it's so much more than just a clean space, it's practically a window into our deepest psychological needs.
Think of it like this. A spotless home can be a mirror of what's happening inside. It's a way we physically act on our need to manage emotions, to define who we are, and, as we're about to see, to create a little bit of calm in what can feel like a very chaotic world.
So let's start with probably one of the biggest drivers of all, that deep down human need to just escape the chaos. For so many people, the simple act of cleaning is how they find control, a little bit of clarity, and some much-needed calm.
I mean, just think about it for a second. When work is nuts, when life feels totally unpredictable, your home is one of the few things you actually have complete control over. Creating order in your physical space, well, that gives you this incredibly powerful psychological anchor. It's a feeling of stability when everything else feels like it's spinning out.
And you can see the contrast right here. On one side, you have the chaos of life. It's unpredictable, it's stressful, and on the other, the sanctuary of a clean space. It's orderly, it's stable. The act of cleaning, that's the bridge. That's the process of turning that external mess into a feeling of internal control.
And this link between our physical space and our mental space is absolutely huge. There's real science here. Physical clutter actually overloads our brains with stimuli, which can lead to more stress and anxiety. So by organizing our surroundings, we are literally decluttering our minds. And that leads to better focus and a much calmer state of being.
You know, every little bit of mess, every pile of mail, every dish in the sink, it's like a visual to-do list that your brain is constantly processing. It creates this low-level hum of tension you might not even notice. When you clean that up, you're erasing that to-do list, and poof, you get this quiet sense of relief and completion.
But okay, it's not just about running away from chaos. For a lot of folks, a clean home is also a really powerful statement about who they are. It gets all tangled up with their identity and the kind of standards they set for themselves. This idea right here really gets to the core of it. A person's environment is so often a direct reflection of their own self-image. It's a statement to the world and to themselves about their values and their personal standards. So in this way, cleaning becomes an act of self-respect. It's a tangible way of saying, hey, I care about my life, I'm in control, and I value order. It's not just about having a clean house, it's about reinforcing a positive idea of who you are. And then, sometimes it really is just about how your brain is wired. Some people are just naturally more detail-oriented. Then notice things, a crooked picture frame, a few crumbs on the counter, that other people's brains just filter out. For them, mess isn't just messy, it's a real disruption that they feel almost compelled to fix.
Okay, so we've got the need for control and we have this drive for self-expression. But what's happening on an even deeper neurological level? Let's take a look at the brain's logic, the chemical reactions that can turn cleaning into such a powerful habit.
So picture this. You're feeling stressed, totally overwhelmed, and your mind is just racing. Cleaning gives you a simple, productive outlet for all that nervous energy. The repetitive motions, scrubbing, wiping, folding, they can actually have a meditative effect. They physically calm your nervous system and help you get back to a feeling of emotional balance. And here it is. Here's the secret sauce that really makes it stick as a habit. Cleaning gives you immediate, visible results. Unlike so many other goals in life that take forever, you can see the progress right away. And that transformation, from messy to clean, it triggers a small but oh so satisfying hit of dopamine in your brain. That little dopamine reward creates this incredibly powerful feedback loop. Our brains start to connect the act of cleaning with that great feeling of accomplishment and satisfaction. And that, of course, makes us way more likely to do it again. It's a classic habit-building cycle.
So the next time you see a spotless home, you'll know. It's not just about someone being a neat freak. It's this really fascinating dance between our psychological need for control, our desire to express who we are, and the powerful chemistry of our own brains. It's a peek into how we try to shape our world.
Which, of course, brings us to the final question. Take a quick look around your own space right now. Whether it's perfectly organized or, comfortably chaotic, what do you think it's saying about you? Thanks so much for joining us for this explainer. We'll catch you on the next one.